A reading from the Gospel of Luke. Jesus said to his disciples, "I have come to set the earth on fire, and how I wish it were already blazing. There is a baptism with which I must be baptized, and how great is my anguish until it is accomplished. Do you think that I have come to establish peace on the earth? No, I tell you, but rather division. From now on, a household of 5 will be divided, 3 against 2 and 2 against 3. A father will be divided against his son, and a son against his father, a mother against her daughter, and a daughter against her mother, a mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law." Today's gospel tells us more about what's going on in Luke's community rather than what Jesus is saying. On its own, it might sound weird to have the Prince of Peace talking about not bringing peace at all in favor of division. But when we understand it in context of Luke's community, it makes much more sense. After all, by the year 85 AD, when this gospel was written, it was becoming increasingly clear that the Christian community, which was still a sect within Judaism to this point, is becoming more marginalized and divided as a result. By and large, mainstream Judaism was not buying what the Jewish Christians were selling. And these disagreements began to get more volatile and nowhere near being peaceful. It wasn't looking good for Christianity to this point, and it was causing many in Luke's community to lose hope. So it is within this vein that we have Jesus talking about bringing division. It's fair to say that many in Luke's community wondered how Jesus would respond to their current situation. And as a result, Jesus speaks to them about setting the world ablaze and creating division rather than peace. He's speaking directly to them, and it undoubtedly provided them comfort during such troubling times, simply because they could relate to it. So for us, we can easily relate this to our own lives. We might be marginalized by others because of periods of division in the workplace, or maybe we're experiencing persecution because of our religious beliefs. Whatever trials we might be experiencing, it might be fitting to follow the example of Luke's community and ask ourselves what Jesus would say if he were with us in the present day. Then we can contemplate on it and bring it to God in prayer and lay all our cards on the table. And then we can spend time in silence, or even in front of the Blessed Sacrament if possible, and simply listen to God in silence. And Jesus will respond because he is with us every second of our lives.